Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Where are you from?
I'm from Colorado in the United States.
Oh, United States.
Yeah.
All right. So, why did you come to Japan?
Well, I came with my best friends, and we've always wanted to come. And I've had so many friends who are from Japan, and everything they've told me, this culture and this country is amazing. So I wanted to experience for myself.
Right. All right. Welcome to Japan.
Thank you.
All right. So, how long have you been here?
This is our last night here. We've been here for 10 days.
Last night. All right. First, how was your first impression of Japan?
My first impression, aside from the jet lag, and I don't speak Japanese, but I loved it. I think as soon as I got off the plane and started walking around the city, I landed in Tokyo. Vibrant, I think, is a word I would use to describe Japan. Yeah. People are very, very polite, and incredible art and pop culture is so cool.
All right, thank you. What was the experience you had with Japanese?
I'd say, like I said, people are very polite. And very happy. I met a lot of people who are so happy and really kind. Even though I don't speak the language, me and my friends don't speak the language, people are really understanding and patient with us, which I was really grateful for.
All right. Thank you. So where did you guys go?
Yeah, we were in Tokyo for the first few days of our trip. Then we went to Kyoto, Osaka, then we went to Fukuoka, and then Kobe, and then back to Osaka, and then up to Tokyo again.
All right, that's a quite trip.
Yeah,
Damn.
we've been all over the place.
Okay. Where was your favorite place in Japan?
I think my favorite place was probably Osaka, because the expo is happening right now. Osaka
Right.
And that was really cool to see. We passed through. But I really loved Kyoto.
I have never been to Expo, so can I ask you about the Expo?
We didn't spend time at the expo, but passed through the buildings.
Okay.
So I don't really know much what's happening, but I studied a lot about sustainability in university, and so I think it's amazing that Japan has so much industry devoted to sustainability. That's something that I wish the United States had more of, and I studied a lot about it in college. It was really cool to see how Japan's implemented sustainability concepts into widespread practice.
Right. So about the sustainability.
Yeah.
So what did you see? There's a difference between America and Japan.
Everywhere has recycling, everywhere has the plastic in cans, but then also compost and food waste and then burnables. In all of the hotels we stayed at, they had cards in the room that talked about the sustainability initiatives that they were doing.
Right.
Restaurants had things about that, but then also even the transportation with the Suica cards, not having a physical ticket is sustainable because you're not using as much paper and energy. And those are really small things, but small things make a difference with that.
Yeah, exactly. So why are you interested in the sustainability?
I think because it makes the world a better place. It helps people realize that sustainability isn't all about perfection, and it's the small things that Japan implements as well as the big things that I think if the rest of the world realizes is important to do, then it makes a difference in the long run. We all need to be good stewards of the earth we've been given.
Right.
I think it's important.
All right. That's very nice.
Yeah, thanks.
I guess you had a lot of Japanese food while you were here.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite Japanese food? And what was the least favorite?
What was my least favorite? I think it was, I don't know how to say it, takoyaki?
Takoyaki.
Yes.
Takoyaki,
the octopus. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that. But my favorite food, I had some really amazing, nigiri sushi?
Nigiri.
Yes.
Nigiri sushi.
Yeah, that was amazing. I love seafood, and that was really good.
Nice.
But pardon any mispronunciations that I have.
No, it's okay. You try best.
Yeah.
We respect that. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, you got the nigiri sushi and takoyaki.
Yeah,
okay, so why takoyaki?
The octopus kind of freaked me out. I wasn't sure how to feel about that.
Okay, wait. So in US, you don't really have octopus in the cuisine.
Yeah, it's not very common. If you go to Japanese or sometimes Korean restaurants, will have octopus.
Right.
But it's not very common in the US.
Okay, that's surprising.
Depends on where you live. Since Colorado's in the middle of the US, there's no ocean, and so seafood there isn't the freshest. But if you're in New York City or California or Seattle, on the east and west coast, seafood is amazing. So I'm sure they have more there.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because where you grow up and also like what you have usually in America. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Since you talk about the good thing about Japan, was there anything you find kind of weird or kind of hard to understand about Japanese culture?
I mean, one thing that I'm grateful that I knew coming to Japan was no phones on the subway, because in the US, subways are so loud. Everyone's always talking on their phones.
Yeah.
And subways are more of a quiet place here. You're not talking really loud. You're not on your phone. I'm glad that I knew that coming in, so I didn't do that.
Good.
But one thing that was a little difficult, I think, was honestly navigation for me, was making sure that I was paying attention to the colors, and on like some train stations have like lights coming in the way that the train's coming. Making sure I'm paying attention to small details like that was something to get used to.
All right.
Yeah.
all right. Wait, so in US it's not that as complicated as Japan.
Well, I mean, it helps that I speak English. If I spoke Japanese, I'm sure it would be so simple.
Right.
So it's on one of
okay.
it's on a bucket list to learn Japanese, on the list of languages.
All right. Oh, are you learning Japanese right now?
No, but I'd like to. I think
Okay.
it'd be really interesting. I speak a few
Alright.
languages, so Japanese is one of them that I'd like to learn.
All right. Wait, so how many languages do you speak?
I speak 3: English, and then Portuguese fluently, and then Spanish. Yeah.
Oh, wait, how come you speak Portuguese?
I lived in Brazil for a year. Yeah.
Like a study abroad?
Yeah, it was a humanitarian trip.
Nice.
Yeah, I taught English there, and it was really cool. And then
Yeah.
did like other community service stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Your family is from like not Mexico or?
Yeah, my family's from the U.S.
US.
I don't have any Latin Latin
no
blood
Latino
and
blood.
yeah, no Latino blood.
No Latino blood. Okay, then how come you also speak Spanish?
Well, even though my parents aren't Latino, like my dad speaks Portuguese and my
Ooh.
mom speaks Spanish,
Ooh.
and so I grew up hearing those languages, and I wanted to know what they were saying when they were speaking another language.
Right.
Also, I think learning languages is cool. It helps you learn the culture, and it helps you be able to meet amazing people.
Right.
So,
right.
I think it's cool.
So like one of my viewers asking me, they want to know about the immigration.
Oh, immigration.
You know, you are living in the US.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of,
Yeah.
different culture background people.
Yeah.
And in Japan, we currently having like, how do you say, debate about
Yeah.
the immigration.
So is the U.S.
Yeah, because we don't really speak English
Yeah.
or other languages but Japanese. So
Yeah.
could you tell me what benefits US from the immigration?
Yeah.
And what is the challenges that you experience or people have in the US?
Yeah. Oh, I have a lot of thoughts on this because I'm also in law school. Immigration, I think, is so important for anyone watching. It's what makes America America, because America was founded on people who were refugees, people who were immigrants, people who were trying to have a better life.
Right.
And I think people immigrating to the U.S. brings culture. People want to come to the U.S. to live and to work and start a life. I
Right.
think it's amazing. It's hard because of politics and everything, but I think people immigrating to the U.S. makes it a better country because more perspectives, more diversity makes the country more balanced, if that makes sense. And any challenges with immigration, one thing that I see really often in law is it's really hard when people immigrate to the U.S. because they're honest, hardworking people who are trying to make a better life for themselves.
right.
And those are the kinds of people that we need in America. But it's really hard when people immigrate to the U.S. and they commit crimes and they do bad things. Maybe
Right,
they're not
right.
bad people, but they make bad choices. And so that puts a bad name for people who are trying to immigrate to the U.S.
Right.
to make a new life.
Right.
Yeah.
So why there's a crime?
Oh,
I mean, because like we kind of start seeing, some people coming to crime in Japan.
Yeah.
Because they don't know the rule or anything,
Yeah.
or maybe like educational background.
yeah.
This America is developed with a lot of immigrants.
Yeah.
But even they have a lot of resources and money and a lot of infrastructure.
Yeah.
Why do they commit the crime?
It's a really good question.
Yeah.
That kind of gets into philosophy a bit of like, why do people make bad choices?
Yeah.
I think crime happens if people are immigrating to the U.S. and if they commit a crime, like certain drugs are illegal in the United States, they may not know that, or they do and they're trying to bring them in. There's certain crimes that are illegal in any country, like harming another person in any way, shape, or form with a weapon or not. Like
Right.
it's stuff like that that people fundamentally know that's wrong, but they still do it anyways. Gang violence is a really big thing that happens. And a lot of times, if people immigrate to the US and they have nothing, which is very common,
Right.
then people will commit crimes because they're desperate. And it could be a small crime like stealing food or robbing someone's never appropriate or legal. But if they're shoplifting or like pickpocketing, it might be because they're hungry or it might be because they're doing something nefarious like gang violence or something like that.
Right.
There's a huge spectrum, and that's something I'd say that is a hard challenge with immigration, is that there's such a spectrum of the people trying to come into the United States and also what their intentions are.
She answered your question, so all right.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that because I don't really get to hear the actual person who experienced with immigrants. I'm not saying they're all bad, you know.
There's
but-
always good people and there's always there's good and bad in the world always.
Yeah, even Japanese people commit the crime, so yeah.
Yeah, that is one thing I've noticed about Japan is it's very safe. I felt so safe this whole time.
How does it different from US?
Oh, well, in the US, I lived in New York City for a little bit, and I never walk around with my phone in my back pocket in New York City because it will get taken out of my pocket in the subway. Or like I would never walk around with my camera just on my shoulder. In the US, in a really large area like Shibuya Crossing is pretty equivalent to Times Square in New York City. I would not have my camera out like this just standing here.
Really?
Yeah. I'm always very aware of my surroundings in the US. I'm aware of my surroundings everywhere, but in the US there are some places that are not well lit, poor transportation, and there's just some areas that I don't feel safe in because of being a woman and the areas that you could end up.
Right.
So obviously I'm sure Japan has areas like that, but where I've been I felt really safe. And that was really comforting.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have a gun.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's very safe. Before we finish the interview, is there any message to the world?
Don't listen to everything you see on the internet.
Oh, that's wise. That's wise.
Especially about the US. There's a lot of really hard messages about immigration right now, but it's really important to remember that everyone's a human being and everyone has value, regardless of where they're from, what skin color they have, or what their religion is.
Yeah.
So always be kind to people and the world will be better.
Exactly. All right. So she's from America, and thank you for the interview.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Thank you so much. Thank you
Of
so
course.
much. Thank you so much.
It's good to meet
All
you.
right.
I hope your video goes
Yeah. Thank you.